Hello, this is Mrs. Ridgway. Today I'm going to be covering PowerPoint Chapter 1, Creating a Presentation. Please look at pages 2 and 3 in your textbook and look at the different parts of the interface window. On page 4, a presentation is a talk. It can be a formal lecture or prepared file in which the person speaking or the person who prepared the file wants to communicate with an audience to explain new concepts or ideas, or maybe sell a product or service, or entertain or train the audience in a new skill or technique, or any of the wide variety of other topics. Most people find it helpful to use presentation media, visual and audio aids that support key points and engage the audience's attention. Before you create a presentation, you should spend some time planning its content. Once you know what you want to say, you can prepare the presentation media to help communicate your ideas. When a PowerPoint starts, the Backstage View appears, showing the home screen. The Backstage View is the view that contains commands that allow you to manage the file and program settings. Look at the bottom of page 5. This is the Backstage View, and this is where you went before you chose blank presentation to get you to this screen here. All right, so I have PowerPoint opened onto my screen. I chose, the blank presentation document to get here. When you create a new presentation, it appears normal view. Okay, it appears in this normal view that you're seeing here. And it's the view in which the selected slide appears enlarged so you can add and you can manipulate objects on the slide. The thumbnails, there are thumbnails of all of the slides in the presentation that appear in the pane to the left. A thumbnail is a reduced size version of a larger graphic image. In Office 2019, you can work with a mouse, or if you have a touch screen, you can work in touch mode. In touch mode, the ribbon increases in height. The buttons are larger and more space appears around the buttons, so you can more easily use your finger or stylus to tap the screen elements. On page 7, you will see the steps to changing from touch to mouse mode. I'm going to skip this page and begin on page 8. Page 8. The title slide is the first slide in a presentation. A text placeholder is a placeholder designed to contain text that contains a prompt that instructs you to click to add text and might describe the purpose of the placeholder. If you look at the screen, you'll see a prompt for click to add a title, click to add subtitle. A text box is an object that contains the text. When you click in the placeholder, the insertion point appears. The insertion point is a blinking vertical line, as you are aware of, that indicates where the new text will be inserted once you start typing or once you paste. A contextual tab appears only in context. That is when a particular type of object is selected or is active and contains commands for modifying that particular object. Look at figure 1-3 at the bottom of page 8. Number 1, we're going to add the company name and slogan to the title slide. On slide 1, move the pointer to position it in the title text placeholder. So that the pointer changes to the I-beam pointer, and then I've clicked. The insertion point replaces the placeholder text, and the Drawing Tools Format Contextual tab appears as the rightmost tab on the ribbon at the top. Note that in the font group on the Home tab, the font box identifies the title font as Calibri Light. That's headings. On page 9, number 2, we're going to type Southwest Insurance Corp. We've typed it in the placeholder. The placeholder is now a text box. Click a blank area of the slide. All right. The border of the text box disappears, and the Drawing Tools Format tab no longer appears at the top. Click the subtitle, placeholder, and then type Best in Health Care since 1990. We've typed it in the placeholder. Notice that the font group that the subtitle font is, if you look up at the font group, it is Calibri Body, a font that works well with the Calibri Light font that we used in the title text. Now click a blank area of the slide. Once you have created a presentation, you should name and save your presentation file. You can save the file on a hard drive or a network drive, such as your Z drive. You can save it on an external drive, such as a USB drive, also known as a flash drive, or to your account on OneDrive, if you have a OneDrive account through Microsoft. It's a free online storage area. To save the presentation for the first time, we're going to go up to the Quick Access toolbar and click the Save button. A box called the Screen Tip appears. We're going to then, let's see here, we've clicked Save, and the Save As, well, first of all, we need to choose where we're going to save. Okay, so I've got to click the Save As, choose, I'm going to save mine to H, you save yours to your Z or wherever. And let's see, the navigation pane is the pane on the left that contains commands for working with your file and program options. Recently used folders on the selected drive appear in the list on the right. Page 10, I clicked where I wanted to save mine. You might want to click Browse and then choose where, navigate to the drive and to the folder where you are wanting to store your data files, and then click the file name box. There is the suggested file name, Southwest Insurance Corp. It's selected inside the file name box. We're going to type for the name of this presentation, PPT1 for PowerPoint Chapter 1 _ new business. _ your last name. And then click Save. Once you've created a presentation, you can make changes to it. If you mistype or misspell a word, you might not need to correct it, because remember, we have the autocorrect feature that automatically detects and it corrects commonly mistyped and misspelled words. Page 11, we're going to edit the text on slide 1, and we're going to save the changes. On slide 1, click the title, and then press the left arrow or the right arrow as needed to position the insertion point to the right of the word corp. Backspace 4 times to delete Corp. And then type company. Do not type the period. Southwest Insurance Company now appears as your title. In the subtitle text box, click to the left of the word best. And that will position the insertion point in front of that word, and type the, and then press the space bar. Move the pointer over the word the. Okay. A small, faint, rectangular. Okay, I've got it over it. Okay, I don't see the little rectangular that it's referring to, so maybe I should have typed, just like the book shows, T-E-H space. It corrected it. Okay, move the pointer over the word the. Okay, now I see the little rectangle box. A small, faint rectangle appears below the first letter of the word. This rectangle indicates that an autocorrection was made. Well, that's good to know. So that's something new with 2019. Move the pointer on top of the rectangle so that it changes to the autocorrect options button. And then click the autocorrect options button. A menu opens. As you can see on the screen, you can change the word back to what you originally typed. You can instruct PowerPoint to stop making this type of correction in this file, or you can open the autocorrect dialog box. Step 7, we're going to click the Control Autocorrect options. The autocorrect dialog box opens with the autocorrect tab selected. On page 12, you'll see exactly what we are looking at on the screen. We're going to examine the types of changes autocorrect feature makes. It'll correct 2 initial capitals, okay, capitalize first letter of sentence and so forth. And then once you read through the different features, we're going to click Cancel. On the Quick Access toolbar, we're going to click the Save. We've saved the file now, which includes our new updated changes. Now that we've created the title slide, we need to add more slides. Every slide has a layout, which is the arrangement of placeholders on the slide. The title slide uses the title slide layout. A commonly used layout is the title and content layout, which contains a title text placeholder for the slide title and the content placeholder. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click next to layout so you can see the different layouts. The title and content is used quite often. A content placeholder is a placeholder designed to contain text, or it can contain graphic objects. Bottom of page 12, we're going to add new slides and apply different layouts. So make sure that your Home tab is displayed on the ribbon. In the Slides group, click the top part of the New Slides button. I'm going to click right here. A new slide appears in your, you should now see to the left, there are 2 thumbnails that appear in the slide pane. The new slide has the title and content layout applied. This layout contains a title text placeholder and a content placeholder, as you can see on the screen. An orange border appears around the new slide 2 thumbnail, indicating that it is the current slide. In the Slides group, click the New Slide button again. A new Slide 3 is all added, and because Slide 2 had the title and content layout applied, Slide 3 also has that layout applied. In the Slides group, click the New Slide arrow. New Slide arrow, the bottom part of the New Slide button. Okay. A gallery of the available layouts appears. Step 5. In the gallery, click the To Content layout. To Content layout. The gallery closes and a new Slide 4 is inserted with the To Content layout applied. This layout includes 3 objects, a title text placeholder and 2 content placeholders. In the Slides group, click the New Slide button twice. Slides 5 and 6 are added to the presentation. Because Slide 4 had the To Content layout applied, that layout is also applied to the Slide 5 and to Slide 6. You need to change the layout of Slide 6. In the Slides group, click the Layout button. So I'm going to go up to the ribbon and click Layout. The same gallery of layouts appear when we clicked the New Slide arrow. It appears, and so now we're going to click the Title and Content layout. Title and Content to change Slide 6. The layout of Slide 6 changes to the Title and Content. In the Slides group, click the New Slide button to add Slide 7 with the Title and Content layout. Number 10, add one more new slide. Okay. Okay, so we added one more new slide with the To Content layout. There are now 8 slides in the presentation. Okay, I'm seeing that this one doesn't have the 2. So I'm going to go up and change that to Content. We'll see if that's correct. I had someone knock at the door, and so I'm trying to pick up where I left off. There are now 8 slides in the presentation. In the pane that contains the slide thumbnails, some thumbnails have scrolled out of view. Yes, they have. Look at the top. And vertical scroll bars appear along the right side of both panes in the program window. Step 11, in the pane that contains the slide thumbnails, drag the scroll bar to the top of the vertical scroll bar, or the scroll box. Okay, so we're going to grab the scroll box and just drag it to the top so that we can see slides 1 and 2. Slide 2 appears in the program. Okay, I need to click right here. Slide 2 thumbnail should now be active. Slide 2 appears in the program window and is selected in the pane that contains the slide thumbnails. Step 12, on the quick access toolbar, we're going to save. Creating lists. You can use a list to help explain a topic or a concept. Each item in a list is a paragraph. Items in a list can appear at different levels. A first level item is a main item in a list. A second level item is an item beneath and indented from the first level item. A third level item is an item beneath and indented from a second level item, and so on. All items below the first level are sub-items. A sub-item is any item in a list that is beneath and indented from a higher level item. Text is measured in points. Okay, now the text in a book typically is printed in 10 to 12 point type. Text on a slide in a presentation that will be shown to an audience needs to be much larger so that the audience can easily read it. Always keep your audience in mind when you're creating your PowerPoint. Page 15, a bulleted list is a series of paragraphs, each beginning with a bullet character, such as a dot or a check mark. We're going to create a bulleted list on slides 2 and 3. On slide 2, as you can see, it's selected. Click the title text placeholder and type types of plans. Do not type the period. In the content placeholder, click any area where the pointer is an I-beam. Okay, so this is the I-beam that we're looking at. The placeholder text, click to add text, disappears, the insertion point appears, and a light gray bullet symbol appears. Okay, I see it right here. Type life, just like you see it in the book. As soon as you type the first character, the icons in the center of the content placeholder disappeared. The bullet symbol darkens and the content placeholder changes to a text box. On the Home tab in the paragraph group, the bullets button is shaded to indicate that it is selected. Press enter, type health, and then press enter. The bulleted list now consists of 2 first level items, and the insertion point is next to a light gray bullet on the 3rd line in the text box. On the Home tab in the font group, the point size in the font size box is 28 points. Press tab. The bullet symbol and the insertion point indent 1/2 inch to the right. The bullet symbol changes to a smaller size. The number in the font size box changes to 24, from 28 points to 24 points. Page 16, type HMO. Press enter, type PPO. Press enter, type POS. Press enter. A 4th sub-item is created. See the lightly colored gray dot. You will change it to a 1st level item using a key combination. In this book, we're going to look at your keyboard and press Shift plus Tab. This moves it back to the 1st level. Type disability. Press enter. A 4th first level item is created. You need to enter sub-items for the disability 1st level item, so we need to click the increase list level, which is in the Home tab ribbon in the paragraph group. Increase list level. This is just another way to increase rather than pressing the tab. Type long term, just like you see it in the book. press enter, type short term, and press enter. A third second level item is created. You need to create a fourth first level item. So we're going to go up to the ribbon, and instead of holding down the Shift plus Tab, another way is to go to the paragraph group at the top and click the decrease list level, the arrow that points to the left. Type stable. The list now contains 4 first level items: the life, health, disability, and stable. If you add more text than will fit in the content placeholder, AutoFit adjusts to the font size and line spacing to make the text fit. A numbered list is a group of paragraphs in which each one is preceded by a number, with the paragraphs numbered consecutively. We've worked with numbered lists before. We're now going to create a numbered list on slide 5. In the pane containing the thumbnails, I clicked the slide 5 thumbnail to display slide 5. And now I'm going to type choose, oops, I've got to click inside, click to add a title, choose South West Insurance. In the title text placeholder. In the left content placeholder, click the placeholder text. On the home tab in the paragraph group, click numbering. That's the 1, 2, 3, numbering. The numbering button is selected, the bullets button is deselected, and in the content placeholder, the number 1 followed by a period replaces that bullet symbol. Page 17, type reliable. Press enter, type customer focused. Press enter. In the paragraph group, click the increase list level. The third line is an indented sub-item under the second item, and the number 3 changes to a number 1 in a smaller font size than the first level items. Type dedicated customer, oops, it's not capitalized, customer service team. Press enter, type 24/7 support. Press enter. In the paragraph group, we're going to decrease the list level. The 5th line becomes a first level item, and the number 3 appears next to it. Type dependable. The list now consists of 3 first level numbered items and 2 sub-items under number 2. In the second item, click before the word customer. Right here. And then press enter. A blank line is inserted above the second item. Press your up arrow key on your keyboard. A light gray number 2 appears in the blank line. The item on the third line in the list is still number 2. Type trustworthy. As soon as you started typing, the new number 2 darkens in the second line, and the number of the third item in the list changes to a 3. Page 18. An unnumbered list is a list that does not have bullets or numbers preceding each item. We're going to create an unnumbered list on slides 4 and 7. In the pane containing the thumbnails, click Slide 4, Thumbnail to display Slide 4. Slide 4 has the to content layout applied. Type About Us in the title text placeholder. And then in the left content placeholder, click the placeholder text. On the Home tab in your paragraph group, click Bullets. The Bullets button is no longer selected. The bullet symbol disappears from the content placeholder. Now type Southwest. Press Enter. Type Insurance. Press Enter. And then type Company. Compare your screen to figure 1-12 in the book. Switch to slide 7. Type in the text, the title text placeholder, type for more information. In the paragraph group, all right, I'm going to come down to the paragraph group, click the Bullets button to remove the bullets, and then type Southwest Insurance Company. Press Enter. A new line is created, but there is extra space above the insertion point. You want the address information to appear on multiple lines, but without the extra spacing between each line. And we've done this for in Word. We removed the extra spacing. So press the backspace key to delete the new line and move the insertion point back to the end of the first, that moved it to the end of the first line. And then we're going to press, just like you did in Word, Shift Enter, so that we don't have as much space between. All right, as you can see on the screen, there is no extra space above the line, and the insertion point is aligned below the first character in the first line. Type 97, we're typing the address, 9720 Birch Boulevard with the period, and then Shift Enter. Type Houston, comma, Texas, all caps, and then the zip code 77002. You need to insert the phone number on the next line, Anthony's email address on the line after that, and the website address on the last line. The extra space above these lines will set this information apart from the address and make it easier to read. So instead of pressing Shift plus Enter, we're going to press Enter and type the phone number. Press enter and type in the address, the web address. Do not type the period. Press enter. The insertion point moves to a new line with extra space above it, and the email address you typed changes color to blue and is underlined. When you type text that PowerPoint recognizes as an email or website address, and then you press back the space bar or the enter key, the text is automatically formatted as a link that can be clicked during a slideshow. Formatted links generally appear in a different color and are underlined. Now we're going to type the website. And then press your space bar. The text is formatted as a link. Anthony plans to click this link during his presentation to show the audience the website. So he wants it to stay formatted as a link. However, there is no need to have the email address formatted as a link. So we're going to go up to the email address, and we're going to right-click on the email address. The shortcut menu will open, and we're going to choose Remove the Link. On the Quick Access toolbar, Save. Okay, now let's go to page 20. Formatting text. Slides in a presentation should have a consistent look and feel. Look at figure 1-14, formatting commands in the font group on the Home tab. They show you the different buttons, they give you the name for the button, and they give you a description of this command button. To apply formatting to text, you must first select either the text or the text box. Some of the commands in the font group have menus, or they'll have galleries that use the Microsoft Office Live Preview feature, which shows the results that would occur in your file, such as the effects of formatting options, if you were to click the option you are pointing to. So on page 21, we're going to format the text on slides 7 and 4. On slide 7, for more information, position the pointer on the border of the text box containing the contact information. Okay, I'm on the border so that it changes to the move position. The black arrows pointing up, down, left, and right. And then click the border of the text box. The border changes to a solid line to indicate that the entire text box is now selected. On the Home tab, in the font group, click the Increase Font Size. Okay, and it's right next to the 28 up on the ribbon. Increase font size. It's an A with an arrow pointing up. All the text in the text box should be increased to 36. Right now it's 28. Okay, we've changed it to 36 points. In the pane containing the thumbnails, click slide 4. In the unnumbered list, so I'm going to click the unnumbered list, click to the left of Southwest. Press and hold the Shift key, and then press the right arrow. And then release the Shift key. The letter S is selected. Okay, let me do that again. Undo. Okay, this should be 36, so I need to move it up to 36. Okay, so in the unnumbered list, click to the left of Southwest. Press and hold the Shift and press right arrow. Okay, I was only to press it one time, so one time. Click, okay, so press it one time, release your Shift, the letter S is selected. In the font group, click the bold. The bold button becomes selected and the selected text is formatted as bold. In the font group, click the font size arrow and choose 48. The selected text is now 48 points. In the font group, click the font color arrow. Under the themes colors, move the pointer over each of the colors. Okay, watch your S. Noting the screen tips that appear and watching the live preview, changing the color of the selected text as you point to each color. Number 9. Step 9 on page 22. Using the screen tips, locate the green accent 6. All right. Green accent 6, darker 25%. There it is. The selected text changes to green color. You click. Okay, so I'm going to click it. Make sure, okay, at the bottom of page 22, we're going to use the Format Painter to copy and apply formatting on slide 4. Make sure the letter S is still selected, and on the Home tab in your Clipboard group, click Format Painter. So I'm going to click Format Painter, and then move the pointer on the top of the slide. The button is selected, and the pointer changes to Format. Okay, so we're going to then, oh, I think I selected on the wrong page. I did. Let me make sure. Yes, I was supposed to, so I'm going to undo here. And I'm going to go to page slide 4. All right. So I should have been doing it on slide 4 all along. That's what happens when you're interrupted. Forget where I'm at. Okay, make sure that, okay, I did that. Now position the pointer before the letter I, and then press and hold the mouse and drag over the I. Okay, I've got to turn on the Format Painter, drag over the I, and release the mouse. And then on page 23, click the Format Painter again, drag across C, click the border of the text box to select the entire text box, and then in the font group, click the Increase Font Size 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. in the font group, it should now be showing a 48 plus points. On the quick access toolbar, save. Moving and copying on page 23. You can move and copy text and objects in a presentation using the clipboard that is part of the windows. As you learned earlier in class, the clipboard is a temporary Windows storage area that holds the selections that you copy or cut so you can use them later. When you cut something, you remove the text or the object from the file and you place it onto the clipboard. When you copy, you're just making a copy, a duplicate copy, to put it on the clipboard. To paste something means to place text or an object stored on the clipboard into a location in a file. On page 24, we're going to cut, copy, and paste text using the clipboard. On slide 4, About Us, double-click the word company. On the Home tab in the clipboard group, click Copy. That's the 2 sheet of papers. Click Copy. The selected word is copied to the clipboard. In the pane containing thumbnails, click Slide 5 to display that slide. Then click after the word Insurance, and then press the space bar, and then go up to your clipboard group and click the clipboard to paste. The text appears at the location of the insertion point. The letter C is still green and it's larger than the rest of the text. The rest of the text picks up the formatting of its destination, so it is 44 points instead of 48 points, as in the list on slide 4. So now we need to use the Paste Options button, which is right below the Y. Click on it. Click the Paste Options button so that it opens into the menu, and there are 4 buttons that we could select. Point to each button on the menu so you can see what each one does. Well, you see the first one, second, third, and fourth. On the Paste Options menu, we're going to click the Keep Text Only. The pasted text changes so that its formatting matches the rest of your title text. Step 8, display slide 2. The last bulleted item, stable, belongs on slide 5. So in the last bulleted item, position the pointer on top of the bullet symbol so that the pointer changes to a 4-headed arrow pointer, and then click. The entire bulleted item is selected. In the clipboard group, we're going to choose Cut this time. So go up and click Cut. The last bulleted item is removed, and then display slide 5. Click after the last item, Dependable, press Enter, and then choose Paste in the clipboard group. The bulleted item that you cut becomes the 5th first level item on slide 5. Let's see here, slide 5, using the default paste option. The insertion point appears next to a 6th first level item. So we're just going to press the backspace twice to delete it. Well, okay, mine took just once to delete that. Let's see if I backspace again. Okay, it does. It will delete the extra line. And then go to your quick access toolbar and click on Save up at the top. Page 25, manipulating slides. You can manipulate the slides in a presentation to suit your needs. For example, if you need to create a slide that is similar to another slide, you can duplicate the existing slide and then modify the copy. If you no longer want to include a slide in your presentation, you can delete it. You can also reorder slides as necessary. To duplicate or arrange or delete slides, you select the slides in the pane containing the thumbnails in the normal view. Or you can switch to slide sorter view. In the slide sorter view, all of the slides in the presentation are displayed as thumbnails in the window. Page 25, number 1, we're going to duplicate slide 4. Display slide 4. On the Home tab in the Slides group, click the New Slide arrow. And then click Duplicate Selected Slides. It's at the very bottom. A duplicate of slide 4 appears as a new slide 5 and is the current slide. If you had selected more than one slide, they would all be duplicated. The duplicate slide doesn't need the title. Anthony just wants to reinforce the company's name. So on slide 5, click anywhere on the title, About Us. Click the text box border to select the text box, and then press the Delete key. The title and the title text box are deleted and the title text placeholder reappears. You could delete the title text placeholder, but you do not need to. When you display a presentation to an audience as a slideshow, any unused placeholders do not appear. Next, you need to rearrange the slides. Page 26. In the pane containing the thumbnails, scroll, if necessary, so that you can see slides 2 and 6. And then click the slide 6. Slide 6. Okay, so now slide 6 is the current slide. Point to the slide 6 thumbnail, press and hold the mouse. Okay, so I'm pointing to the thumbnail and I'm going to hold down the mouse and drag slide 6 thumbnail up above slide 2. Okay, so we're going to click on slide 6 and we're going to press and hold down the mouse button, drag slide 6 thumbnail up above slide 2 and drop. Number 3, on the status bar, click slide sorter. Slide sorter. So we're going to go down to the bottom of your screen on the status bar and choose, it looks like 4 little squares, choose slide sorter. The view switches to slide sorter view. Slide 2 appears with an orange border indicating that it is selected. On the status bar, click the zoom out button as many times as necessary until you can see all 9 slides. Well, I can see all 9 of mine already. Then, number 5, drag the slide 5, okay, slide 5. So I shouldn't have this one. I have too many. It's showing slide 5. Let's see here, slide 5. Got this one. this one, this one, this one. I have a blank 5 and a blank, okay, 6, okay. Drag slide 5 thumbnail, which is about us. All right, so I guess it's this one here, to between slides 1 and 2. So I'm going up here. As you drag the other slides, move out of the way. The slides are renumbered so that the About Us slide is now slide 2. Drag the slide 6 thumbnail containing just the name of the company after the last slide in the presentation. All right, so we're going to drag this one after this slide 9. Number 1 on page 27. Click the slide 5 thumbnail, and it's the first blank slide, which it is, and then hold Shift, okay, Shift, and click slide 8. And then release the Shift. The 2 slides you clicked are selected. Okay, it's got one extra one. I don't want this one to be selected. So let me undo, or just click. Looks like we are selecting the blank slide. So hold down your Shift, or actually you can do the Control and click this blank one and click this blank one, wherever it's located on your screen. I've had several interruptions, so I'm not sure if my screen is looking like your screen. Let's see here. Now, we're going to click a blank area of the window to deselect the slides. Okay, so deselect the slides. Then we're going to click a blank area of the window and deselect the slides. Click 5, Control. Oh, I see what it was doing. So we were doing the right thing a while ago. All right, so they wanted us to click slide 5 and then hold down the Shift key and click on 8, and it shows that it's going to select those consecutive files or those thumbnails. Then it told us to click on a blank area of the window to deselect the slides, and then we're going to click slide 5 and then hold down the Control and choose 6 and 8. And release your Control. And number 3 says to right-click any of these selected slides. This is your shortcut menu that appears. And then we're going to choose to delete the slide. So click Delete Slide. Shortcut menu closes, and the 3 selected slides are deleted. The presentation now contains 6 slides. On the status bar, click the Normal button. So we're going to go to the bottom and choose the first one, Normal View. Presentation appears in Normal View now. On the Quick Access toolbar, we need to save. Page 28, changing the theme. A theme is a predefined, coordinated set of colors, fonts, graphical effects, and other formats that can be applied to a presentation. Every theme has a palette of 12 coordinated colors. Themes also have a font set. One font, called the Headings font, is used for slide titles. The other font, called the Body font, is used for the rest of the text on a slide. In the Office theme, the Headings font is Calibri Light, and the Body font is Calibri. Let's see, I'm just going to click so that you can see Calibri Body. And if I were up here, it would be Calibri Heading. Page 28, we're going to examine the current theme and then change the theme color and the theme font. So display slide 5. Click on 5, which is the for more information. And notice that the link is blue. Display slide 6. And then in the unnumbered list, select the green letter S. On the Home tab in the font group, we're going to click the font color arrow. Look at the colors under theme colors. The last column contains shades of green. In that column, the second to the last color is selected. The colors in the theme colors section change depending on the selected theme and the selected theme colors. The colors in the row of standard colors, let me go up here and click on this again. Standard colors do not change when you choose a different theme or theme color palette. In the font group, click the font arrow. A menu of fonts, okay, so we're going to go over here and click the font arrow. A menu of fonts installed on the computer opens. At the top under theme fonts, Calibri body is selected because the letter S that you selected is in a content text box. If the selected text was in your title text box, the first font in the list would show Calibri Light headings. Page 29, on the ribbon, click the Design tab. Design tab. The Design tab is active. In the Themes group, the first theme is the theme applied to the presentation. In this case, it is the Office theme. The second theme is also the Office theme, and it is shaded to indicate that it is selected. In the Variants group, towards the right, the first variant is shaded to indicate that it is selected. In the Variants group, click the More button. A menu opens containing commands for changing the theme colors and the theme fonts. On the menu, point to Colors to open a submenu of color palettes, and then click the blue warm palette. The colored letters on slide 6 change to shade of grayish brown. In the Variant group, click the More button. Point to Fonts, and then, Fonts, and then scroll down to the 20th Century MT Rockwell, because that's this one here. Let's see if there's another one. I don't see here. There it is, 20th Century MT Rockwell. The font of the first of the list and the title text placeholder on slide 6 changes. See, it changes to each. All right, so here we are. Click the Home tab, and then in the font group, click the font. Okay, I guess we're supposed to choose this. It doesn't say in the variant. Click the More's button and point to Fonts. scroll down and then click. Okay, so yeah, click. Number 9, click the Home tab. And then in the font group, click the font color arrow. The second to the last color in the last column is still selected. But now that the column contains shades of grayish brown, the row of standard colors is the same as it was when the office theme colors were applied. Okay, I'm showing green. I'm wondering if I was supposed to have clicked. Yes, I was supposed to have clicked. So I'm going to go back to the design, variants, color, and I was to choose blue warm. Okay, and then I'm going to more, look at the fonts and make sure I'm 20th Century MT Rockwell. All right, and from here, now I'm going to click the Home and click the font color. There, now that makes sense. The second to the last color in the last column is still selected, but now that column contains shades of that grayish brown. The row of standard colors is the same as it was when the office theme colors were applied. In the font group, click the font arrow. The headings and the body font have changed to the 20th Century MT and the Rockwell font. You can see them right up here. Display slide 5. The link that was blue before you changed the theme colors is now purple. PowerPoint comes with several installed themes, and many more themes are available online at office.com. To change the theme, display slide 6. And then select the S in Southwest. Click the Design tab, and then in the Themes group, click the More button. The Gallery of Themes opens, and when the gallery is open, the theme applied to the current presentation appears in the first row. In the next row, the first theme is the office theme. Okay, so it's pointing, here it is. This is what is present. And then the office is in here on the second row. And then the rest of the installed themes appear. Some of these themes also appear on the home and the new screens in Backstage View. Number 3, point to several of the themes in the gallery to display their screen tips and to see the live preview. In the third row of the office section of the gallery, click the crop theme. Third row, let's see. Well, it's not there. Let's see if it's up above. There it is, crop. The gallery closes and all the slides have the crop theme with the default variant, which is the first variant in the variants group. The background of the slides changes from white to tan, and the letters that you had colored green on slide 6 change to a shade of red. In the empty content placeholder on the slide 6, the bullet symbol changed from a circle to a square. Step 5, in the variants group, point to the other 3 variants to see a live preview of each of them. Okay, so we're going to go up here. Right now we're using this first one. Let's point to the second one, third, and the fourth. Okay, the letters on slide 6 changed to purple. Okay, so that one, it changed to purple. Right here it's red, then it's purple, orange, and then red. Number 6, click the Home tab. And then in your font group, click the font color arrow. The selected color is still the second to the last color in the last column. But now the last column contains shades of purple. Well, I guess it is kind of a shade of a purple. Let's see, was I supposed to point to the other 3 to see a live preview, and then click the second one? All right, so I was to click the second one. Let me go to Design, and I was to click the second one, which is purple. Go to Home, and now we're seeing the shades of purple. Click the Home tab and then the font group. The selected color is still the second last color in the last column. Okay, but now it's purple. Again, the row of standard colors is the same. Under here is your standard colors, the same. Page 31, in the font group, click the font arrow. Okay, let's click the font arrow. You can see that the theme fonts are now Franklin Gothic Book. Both of them are, the heading and the body. It changes with the style variants. Now press Escape. The font menu closes, and after you apply a new theme, you should examine your slides to make sure that they look the way that you expect them to. Slide 6 looks fine. We're going to examine the slides with the new theme, and we're going to adjust font sizes. All right, so display slides 5, 4, 3, and slide 2. These slides look fine. All right, so let's look at 5. Oh, I need to take away this bold. I wasn't supposed to bold. There we go. All right, so slides 5, this one looks fine. Slide 4, we now have the square bullet. This looks fine. Slide 3 looks fine. And slide 2 looks fine. Display slide 1. The title slide. The title text is too large with the crop theme applied. So click anywhere on the title text and then click the text box border. The entire text box is selected, and then on the Home tab in the font size box in your font group, we're going to change the font size to 72. Oh, it's showing that the font size is 72. We need, in the font group, we need to click the decrease the font size, which is the A pointing with a down arrow. We need to make it 66. So click it one time. The font size is now 66 points, and the title text fits better on the slide. On the Quick Access toolbar, Save. Page 32. When you are finished working with a presentation, you can close it and leave PowerPoint open. To do this, you click the File tab, to open the Backstage View, and then you click the Close command, which is on the pane. You click Close command. Okay, so you close the file, but you still have PowerPoint running. If you have only one presentation open, if you click the Close button in the upper right corner of the PowerPoint window, you will not only close the presentation, you will exit PowerPoint as well. Okay, so you should already know that if we click this X, you're getting out of the software itself plus the file. Okay, you're finished working with the presentation for now, so you will close it. Number 1, on slide 1, click the subtitle. Oh, okay. I was reading the closing the presentation. So to add your name to your slide 1 and close the presentation, number 1. All right, so now I need to bring that back. So I'm going to File, Open. This is it right here. All right. On slide 1, the title slide, click the subtitle. Position your insertion point after 1990. Press Enter, and then type your full name. Number 2, click the File tab. Backstage View appears. In the navigation pane, choose Close. Backstage View closes and a dialog box opens asking you if you want to save your changes. Yes, you would like to save your changes. Okay, the empty presentation window disappears, or disappears. The empty presentation window appears. It means that your PowerPoint software is still running. Okay, well, this concludes session 1 of PowerPoint. Let's see if we move further into this. Yes, this is session 1 of PowerPoint chapter 1.